Welcome into today's video, and we got a spicy one for you today. And I never thought I would be here presenting you a double ball list, but here we are for the content, right? It's not lockdown double ball. We're not that toxic, okay? But nonetheless, this is King Chezz's list, and it's pretty solid. So you know, it's Imperial formation, which gives us charges to boost by 2, which keeps a lot of our engines alive. So starting off, you know, you can play ball round 1 and 3, what we're looking for. Oneiromancy is going to be the card that's going to grab you ball. So this is a huge card. Being an echo, it comes back to us. Certainly nice. So Vincent's going to be the top of your aristocrat package. Really only like to play him in round 3. I've played him in round 1 a few times, but whenever possible, round 3 is where we always want to be. Baratheons has been probably my favorite Nilfgaard card. There's just so much you can do with the card. Options are nice. You can boost to keep engines alive. You can damage. You can copy. So really, it's a great card. So Siri Dash here, like I said, card advantage double ball is what this list really is. So whether you're on blue coin, red coin, you can throw Siri down, keep her alive, and even if you don't keep her alive, just the removal that the attention that she's going to command is certainly huge. So like I said, you got leader ability to keep her alive if need be. Certain other pieces will help make sure that she does go off. Invocation's really nice. Invocation procs really well with Isbel. You know, say you're in a round 3, you take Hemdall off the list, and all of a sudden Isbel's going to get him right back. So whatever card you're invocating, Isabel in a round 3 is going to get it right back and let you play it. So that's certainly nice. So Alphon is obviously, because we're Imperial formation, you don't want to draw him. He's for the brick. So, you know, that's the only scary thing, is making sure you don't brick him. You know, Sire's how we get ball back. We have used in the past, if we don't get ball round 1, sometimes we've gotten Siri back and gotten Siri to go off twice. Isabel, in my mind, is a little bit of a controversial card. So think about Mata. Mata has, you know, conditions around her about not, you know, opponent can't have full cards, can't have pass, things like that. Isabel, you know, as long as the opponent's hand's not full, so it's kind of dirty. Like, you're always going to be your last say card. And that's what's so important. You want to play ball round 1. You want Siri to go off. You want to make sure you have last say, because this is the second card to last say. And then last say, you're using Isabel's order. You're getting a card. Your opponent's not able to play the card that you hand over to him, and on you go. So it's a little bit dirty, but so is double ball. So that's what this list is all about. You know, Cupbearer is going to purify around a defender if need be, or play in your poison package. Roderick is definitely an aristocrat to play for proc and ball. You know, we want lots of poison here, so Rot Tossers, even still to, you know, help your Thirsty Dames out. It's nice to throw out a Thirsty Dame and be able to throw some boosts on there to help keep them alive. That's why Tourney Joust, in my mind, is such a good card too. You know, you can use it as removal, you can use it as procking, so help keep your Siri alive without using leader charges if need be. Certainly a good card. Fangs plays right into your poison package again. You know, Squirrel, there's a lot of times where we have gotten Squirrel where we've used it to crush an Echo card. So I think Squirrel does have value in this list, so we definitely like that. And then really finishing out here, you know, Arbalest for bleed value. Magnate Division, again, another card that demands attention. So certainly a good card there. And then because we're playing double ball, we need all the aristocrats we can get. So, you know, you're going to see the Hunter here as well. Overall, pretty strong list. I will say we had a little trouble against Hidden Cash with it. You probably want to push Hidden Cash in a round 2 situation. It's got probably the strongest round 3, and that we just don't have enough removal or lock to stop all of Hidden Cache's engines. But other than that, we performed well against everything else. So we'll jump into the games and show you how we did. Enjoy. So welcome in game 1 and the Eternal List, which can be sometimes very hard to stop, big points. But we really get what we're looking for here in round 1. Having Ciri in our hand, Ball in our hand, all in round 1 are great. Isbel, like I said, more of a round 3 card, but ensuring her in the hand is never a bad thing either. So getting mulligans is huge, so we can get Fawns out of there. Obviously, nice to know that we can get rid of him early for the hard mulligans. So, bringing the Pugo Boom out, pretty strong round hard 1 play for him, but we really like that. We like the fact that he gives us targets for removals. We're going to go ahead and slam Ciri first here. And, like I said, not too much removal typically on Monster's side, but nice to at least get it out of Parasite range right off the bat. Opponent here is going to have probably a little bit more removal than typical. They've got some leads. They got Thunder in there, neutrals that really help out, and so I'm certainly nervous about them getting the card down for removal. So, we're really fighting hard to keep value on it. Obviously, the bleed will take the shield off, which is unfortunate because in comes that Thunder. But like I said, we're already up there in points. We haven't even played Ball yet. Their Thrive is going to be in full force pretty well there. Now that they've got the bleed on there, we're in real trouble of not being able to keep Ciri alive. So, but it's why it's a good card. It demands attention. People see it come out and realize, got to answer it. But we can get Ball out right now because we've got a 10-point removal. Typically, I'd probably proc the Thirsty Dame here, but again, like I said, got so much action going off of Theory that we've got to keep her out of Parasite. At this point, even if he does pass, we still want to play a card to catch up and get our card back. So right there, we're gonna take card advantage, and that's what's so potent about this deck is that you're getting to play double Ball, and you've just got so many opportunities to keep card advantage. So getting double Last Say, it's not uncommon at this. That's what right there what hurts him, because he knows, look, we got Ball out, so we're gonna go ahead and take the win and the card. It's interesting. We want to make sure that we get the right value. We have a Neuromancy, which we can use to kind of pull any card we want to draw the pass. So, just about, do we get the right points? We just go ahead and pull something to get some proc value in there. Like I said, get Cupbearer. So, look at that. We played the extra card after the pass, and we're still on even cards. That's a hard thing for opponents to deal with, if they've lost the round and they don't even have card advantage. So we have what we need to get ball back again, too, already in our hands. So that's super comforting to know that, hey, I've got Neuromancy already in there. Got a Sire to go get ball out of the graveyard. So, really, really good position to be in. So not great mulligans, but it is what it is. Not terrible ones either.
I shall do as you command.
Like I said, we can push the full round here. We know that got even cards, got full ball left, so time to sink our teeth in and go. Obviously, you know, this is why we do like Baratheons, is because he's so versatile. Obviously, good chance to take those cards off the table. You know, like I said, here we go, round 2. We haven't played ball yet, and Eternal is out. We can decide to keep playing. This is probably a solid pass here too. I think since we've got lock in hand,
The hounds have caught a scent.
worth trying to lock. Especially we've got plenty of aristocrats left. We didn't have to play a lot of aristocrats in round 1, so I thought, hey, it's worth taking the shot at getting to see if that could hold. Obviously, he does have consume. Kind of move that piece from us and let the Thurnos go in. But at that point, though, he's got a 9 card on the board. So, do you pass, or do you start saying, hey, you're giving me enough cards for tall removal? That's kind of what the debate would be. But we're down points, so really, in my mind, not worth. Especially because we have final say. Oh, we haven't secured. I'm sorry, we haven't secured final say quite yet, but got enough to poison. That's really what our big task is. Isbel in hand is go ahead and get that final set. Even like I said, even if in a short round, even if we play ball here and bleed them hard, as long as we have last say, hard to beat. So I'm just playing my lowly bronze, just kind of waiting to see what I want to do. I figured if I do poison that, at the end of the day, really I didn't have too much I could bleed. I could have bled, you know, Eternals at that point. So this is where, you know, he puts out his Siri Nova. And obviously he's getting ready for Resilience, and where Cupbearer is MVP, man. Because that just says, okay, I'm not going to let you do that. Oh, look at that. That's a 3 solid Purify. Oh, you're not going to see much better value than that. That was a really gratifying play. Now, again, we haven't played ball. We've got lots of tall removal. You know, even if we didn't Cupbearer, technically, I could have at least, you know, maybe even gone to get him with the Omiraman. See, the problem with that would be it really might hurt my chances of then I'd have to draw a ball. But like I said, holding on to Neuromancy is best for grabbing ball for sure. But right here, I just feel good. Like, I mean, look at how much value he's put on the board. He's doubled our points. And I'm like, you know, yeah, we lose the final say in the way that I like it, but I feel like he really had to put a lot of good stuff out there. We've stopped his Siri value. We got our Siri value, so you feel pretty good about that. You know, and that is the great thing. If you think about that, though, we were able to bleed him, but not stay ahead when we took our pass. We were behind when we took our pass. But we still have final say. And that's just so huge, because we know Isbel is going to work in the way that we need her to work. So, I mean, obviously he's got the troll to eat for some pretty solid Oz value, but we know, fine. We know we've got tall removal, so that's welcome. We welcome seeing Oz come out, so. Oh, Madly, thanks for the, oh, I'm watching pre-recorded Twitch footage here, but nonetheless, thanks again for that kind. So, like I said, we're gonna get Magnet Vigi rolling here. It's good to get our points rolling. He does have Strigger right away to take that off, which does suck, but deal. At this point, you know, might as well go grab ball. Let them know that we have to face it again. We've got Neuromancy to deal with. So we do Roderick for it. I think we needed Roderick value. That's right. We needed Roderick value, and we were guaranteed ball. We have Neuromancy to grab an Aristocrat. So he did have Parasite, which takes that engine off the board for us. Certainly does suck, but you know, we got plenty of poison, even if he can. That would be our only fear, really, that he can consume his way out of the poisons. But at that point, you know, we can. We've got Vincent, where we could take Vincent out and then poison the beast. So that's our play, like I said. And we're removing the beast's highest value card to proc off. So that's really a good play for us. The only thing I think I regret now is, you know, like I said, Isbel and Invocation play so well to each other. So I think I could have done a better job of, you know, you'll see here I play Invocation as my final say, and I really do regret that. I wish I had guaranteed myself better Invocation value. So like I said, these two cards are very powerful last say. The problem is that I am absolutely forced to play Isbel here so that I can get her to go off. Like I said, we know he's used Parasite, but it's a good chance to ensure our leader. So, like I said, you know, here comes Isbel. Like I said, it's a cheap play, but that's 5 free points that we just get our value from. And take Goliath off, and the game is ours. So game 2 here, we get a Northern Realms matchup, and I'll tell you what, as a Northern Realms main myself, going up against Nilfgaard is the worst. I always find it such a bad matchup. It's going to prove to be a bad matchup for our player. But like I said, coming out of here, obviously working through mulligans. You know, we've got plenty of aristocrats. Want to try to get Oneiromancy Ball. We don't have a Ciri yet. So, gosh, there's a lot we really need here. And like I said, without a Vincent, you know, like I said, that's why I kicked Vincent. Because we don't want to use him anyways right now we're on blue coin. We did get Ciri. We did get Ball. No, things don't look too good for us on this. You know, we do have Roderick to look and possibly try to land a gold. That's really all our play is, and we get lucky here. We get Ciri. Works out well for us. So we'll go ahead and save leader charges, get our Crystal Skull on that. And, you know, we're ensuring that we got one of the two things we need. And like I said, this is going to erase the fact that we are on blue coin. Kind of really feel, you know, red coin abuse is so prevalent that it's nice to be able to kind of flip the tables and not allow that. So Mr. Opponent's got probably a lot of big decisions to start understanding what he wants to make happen, but I think we're sitting in good position. He brings out as an Talus here. Rolling his amphibious right away. Need to get his engines rolling. And you know, we see the Kedweni Knight obviously is a big play. Come out right away. We just throw out our Magnet Vision and allow that engine to start growing here. It brings out a Temerian Drummer, which obviously will match my Magnet Vision pretty well. Definitely worth getting rid of there. We do have the option to turn adjust it, which makes the most sense. It really hasn't gone after our Ciri, so instead of using that against her, we can remove an engine. Like I said, these archers can be tough. So, like I said, we don't have a ball. We don't have to worry about really probably saving too many aristocrats. We have the option lock if need be. So we'll just lock
Let
in.
the hunt begin.
Our series. Pop off here. And look at that. Just like that, we now have poison value without having to use our cupbearer. Not sure 100% why Mr. Opponent all of a sudden. I mean, he had ways to deal with Siri. He chose not to. That's we're gonna make him pay for that because now we're gonna take that 13.
Parsley on my shade.
Like I said, even without ball, got the big removal that we need. We'll halt on that a little bit because that Anna
Drinking can be
is a good invocation target. So actually, we do poison right away. I think going back, the smarter play would have been to invocate first and then poison, but we ended up okay here because you're right. He does Eric's that. Now we go ahead and take it off. That'll be an engine for us later. We've taken his engine off. We have card lead. Like I said, even though we were on blue coin, we're even cards here. He's pushing hard. He really wants that round one win, but we're now in the driver's seat with, you know, essentially red coin abuse tactics. Throw that out. Use our cupbearer if need be. Get some poison removal off. So he passes, but like I said, at that point, we know we've got the... Look at that. He had to spend all of his leader abilities just to fight and cupbearer. And all because Siri gave us another poison. I mean, just so much value in round one. And yeah, we're down a card, but... that, in my mind, was a solid first. There we go. We pull his Anna. We get ball. We've got 2 aristocrats. So, like, right there, I mean, that's a pretty good pull here. Why did we kick the aristocrat? That probably wasn't the super smartest play. Yeah, not sure why I kicked the aristocrat on that, honestly. We had everything we needed in the hand there. So we get a Neuromancy, which saves our ass, of course. We do get it back. And we are going to ensure that we get Isbel. So even cards, round 3, final say. Really, we're in tremendous shape.
Destiny is unswerving. Cheated. It will not be.
So Queen Adalia into getting some Royal Guard boosts up there. So you wonder what engine he's looking to protect. At this point, Magni Division makes the most sense for us to get rolling. We'll proc it just because we're worried about some removal. But again, we don't have Ansees to worry about. We don't have Baron to worry about. Some very nice things to not have to worry about. You know, and like I said, we've done it without even playing ball yet. So, you know, I've seen Varaxis work well on, you know, Elephant, so we're certainly looking to take that off the board. But, you know, I want to Vincent it, but I need to get ball rolling first. Yeah, well, it's always nice to get some of those good cards out of range, removal range. At this point, too, we've got plenty of value to proc Anna. So he brings out a Renard. So he's got, you know, he's still got some powerful engines left. What we bring out Anna next to get her rolling. Keep our engines of ours alive. You know, like I said, we could have played the Vincent there, and then put Anna in between them next round. So this just does make the... Like I said, I think hindsight, I would have Vincent first and then Anna second, but in the end, just small value plays that we lose. You know, we lose a little bit of efficiency there, but it's nice to take Renard off the table as well.
Oh dear. Have I something
You're just seeing that he's just not... All of his engines are getting removed. Things aren't looking good. We have Isbel still. You know, we're not going to get the chance to use her. But I mean, you know, I'm just thinking of that. Baratheons, we have Isbel left. And Attorney Joust, which technically could remove the 4. You know, with him not having a leader ability, there's just no chance for Mr. Opponent, unfortunately, with just what we've got rolling. Like I said, since you're non... yeah, he can stop us from getting our value there, but we just turn the Joust. He's off right back and rolling. I think that's when he sees the writing on the wall that this thing is just getting out of reach, out of hand. And like I said, we were going to Isbel and then Baratheons to a fantastic... So, game 3 here. Always nice to take on Skellige. Actually, you know, especially with Patricidal Fury. So, you know, that's when, with Patricidal Fury and them getting the Bloodthirst and the high leader card, we absolutely important to make sure that we get last say. So having Ciri, Neuromancy, ball in hand, these are all things that we absolutely want to see. So, you know, I really do like our round 1 cards. We're gonna roll with it, but I got enough to protect Ciri. Yeah, we had a good round 1 hand, and again, like I said, I know Vincent's in there, but I don't have to use him. That's what Neuromancy will help me do. So at that point, like I said, I go ahead and roll the Magnavision just to get it rolling. That'll bait the bleeding into a ship here. That really keeps the Magni division in check. I have the option, you know, you could use a Crystal Skull on that, but me, the Magni division is just there to bait out. It's done its job. Ciri's the real target to protect. Just like that, I mean, we're already creating so much danger just with Ciri. Mr. Opponent has no idea that we have the potential to play ball. I mean, we do. We get an early Nilfgaard here. Just fine. No, 100%. We'll use that to Tourney Joust again. That's why Tourney Joust is so huge. Your Ciri is going to ask that your opponents throw everything that they've got at it. So you're going to get Tourney Joust value all the time. And like I said, even Skellige, they just have so many chances to do damage.
Full service.
But you know, right now we haven't even had to use a leader proc if we need it. No, you're right. We got the Rot Tosser. Do we want to hang on to ball? Trying to figure out the best time to play it. It's always nice to maybe bait a pass if possible with it. But we still do want to see Ciri go off. That's why we said we go for Rot Tosser here. We even do a double proc here. That we're just, like I said, I wanted to be careful that, you know, he had the charge of the warrior coming up there, so just needed to be protected. Even if he passes here, Ciri still goes off for us. So, I mean, that's the nice thing. You can pass on a Ciri 1 and get the card still. Now that we see, you know, Totem come out, in my mind, it shows that, you know, he's committed to the round. Ball, yeah, ball's really the only play here. So we can Neuromancy for that second aristocrat, so we don't have to use Vincent. That lead proc will offset each other. Stay right at 22. Point up. Here he gets us our card, which again, now it's a poison, so we legitimately can poison without even proccing ball again. No, like I said, we had to let that. Unfortunately, we'd proc just too much this round. I didn't want to use any more leader procs on the Dame, and we do pay the price there. But he used his totem, so it's good to know that we can basically start removal as needed. I'm debating on whether to use aristocrats here and proc ball, because those are still really good aristocrats.
Push on!
We do go for it.
Mercy!
Feeling a bit fetish.
We'll poison here. We'll take Nilfgaard off the board there. I thought, just in case he did bring great swords into the match, my Nilfgaard would take care of his great swords. So, that seemed to be the best play at that point. You could make a case for Boat. Boat would play nice as well. But it was just all dependent on whether we thought he had great sword. The great thing with again with Magnet Vision, if he does pass, we still have the win.
To arms! To arms! The foe is nigh!
Yeah, we do want to take care of that. I think this version we decide to just poison here. See if we can hang on to our Neuromancy for, maybe just round 2 and 3. Not proc the ball. So he does. He finally gets champion charge out of there, which is a big play. Puts us down by 6 again. And that realizes with Cupbearer, we do have the option for full poison again. But I think, I'm not a huge Vincent person in the round 1. You could make the case here that, Vincent would destroy that. And then we'd be able to full poison another card. There's a couple different ways. Obviously, we can play this. I think with time running out on me, I just decide that I'm gonna take Drummond out.
Drinking can be hazardous to your health.
Like I said, so we've gotten ball done. If I need Cupbearer, I have him to take out more removal. So again, it's just going to be a very hard round for our opponent to win. Our last 3 cards are really, really good. We have gotten Ciri action, which again, has flipped us to red coin abuse almost. And that's the thing about Ciri. I mean, we get red coin abuse out of her so much.
Calm yourselves.
So that's a good play for him right there. Obviously puts him back in the lead. We do. It's time to Cupbearer.
Meat is best served bloodless. It needs juices.
Take that off the board. They're getting out of this round with a win. The Heimdall was a big play. But look at all the good gold cards he's using, and he's barely taking the lead again, We are in some serious trouble of maybe Wild Boar of the Sea. if he does have it.
Your name, young man, should be cursed into an urchin.
Now
Since
you
I am
see.
worried about that, we decide, I decided to go for damage instead of boosting. But again, we keep lead. I have Oneiromancy if I need it. We did play some good golds, but not nearly as... He really hasn't been... Did you play that last card? Again, because we are now on Red Coin Abuse. Red Coin Abuse on blue. That is what Dash can do. You think about that. Dandelion makes you play 2 cards in a turn. So there's no chance. It's just a point slam. Dandelion is. Siri actually flips the script. That's huge. So obviously seeing Isbel is exactly what we want. See, the great thing is you could ask why I didn't play Oneiromancy in round 1, but look at that. I now can draw Oneiromancy to get a sire to get my ball back, and then have Oneiromancy get me ball back in round 3. So really, hanging on and not playing Oneiromancy in round 1 was the right play, even though I know I considered playing it several times. I think hanging on to ball or Oneiromancy was the right play to see our draws. So I'm always a little timid about Squirrel. When you're double ball, you always got to be a little bit nervous about Squirrel. So I always use round 2 to just bleed just a little bit and get ball back. Because like I said, you're still playing a 6. Your opponents still have to play high value to not really going to be able to dry pass too much or burn a bad card and past that. But right now, like I said, he's just playing another 6, so there we go. We still get the same, we still get our pass. He still has to play another card, but just makes perfect sense here. And that's gonna even secure a greater last say. So we do see Great Sword come out, so like I said, having our Markvarg in hand is super important. So there goes a Oneiromancy back, Tourney Joust. But right now, we just want to make sure that we get an Aristocrat. We need one more Aristocrat to play ball. That's the big piece there. We either need ball in hand or another Aristocrat. And fingers crossed we got it. That was a little scary there. That could have been the big difference there.
Should I pound it into a poker?
So again, Tourney Joust is, in my mind, such a valuable card. Nice to also play, unitless as long as you can in a round like this.
Your skull will make a fine tankard.
Okay, we grab ball right away.
Please delight in sun and wine.
That's rocked. Got answers. We've got card advantage. So that was smart. Stunning blow. We saved that. So here I make a big decision. I can, I can't poison anything. And everything I play, there's nothing on the board for my value. So I take a risk here. I play Isbel. Even though I'm not going to use her order status, I decide to play her because she's the only card that doesn't need to necessarily interact with anything. And I feel like I've got such advantage right now, but I have to take care of his leader with ball. I have to.
I hoped we could solve this some
So that's where we just decide, hey, hopefully he can't remove Isabel. I'm taking a risk here. But I think it was the right decision to.
To arms, all of yous.
But like I said, he's got all
We'll tend your ankle biters
failed
too.
units. And that does suck. So I think at that point, I'm not too worried about Greatsword. There's nothing really that's going to get huge Greatsword value. So again, we throw down Markvarg, and he, like I said, didn't turn out to be quite the Greatsword killer that we thought he would be. But regardless, it's allowing him to, got full ball sitting. And Anna right there. Just a lot of plays left. You can see that he is going to get Lugos out, which is going to take care of our Isabel. But, like I said, he also has to lead her. So his Patricidal comes out, and we know we can take care of that. Now we have a poison target now, so he made a strong final push right there at the end. Certainly, for all the advantages that we had, you can see. For a second there, yeah, Thirsty Dame needs all the proc it can get. Almost a misplay there.
I wonder what my sneakers
We lock. Take Patricidal Fury off the board. So you can see that double lasso, so huge.